The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. One true wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. Virtue is not given by men, but is acquired by effort and practice. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. The only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. The only way to escape the corruption of praise is to go on working. Faithful is the friend who tells you your faults. Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. The harder I work, the luckier I get. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. Is the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Always acknowledge a fault. This will throw those in authority off their guard and give you an opportunity to commit more. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. Compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. The human mind is capable of anything because everything is in it, all the past as well as all the future. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave, and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful day of your life. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Education, the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. If you don't like the weather in New England, just wait a few minutes. There is no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. If you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. If you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans. The lack of money is the root of all evil. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, truth isn't. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. Wrinkles should merely indicate where the smiles have been. The best way to predict your future is to create it. I can resist everything except temptation. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. I have had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. Good decisions come from experience, and experience comes from bad decisions. It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease for pain. I have lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. Be careful when reading health books, you may die of a misprint. I have a photographic memory. I just haven't developed it yet. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives, which he habitually uses in conversation. It's good sportsmanship to not pick up lost golf balls while they are still rolling. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I have done it thousands of times. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. What is human life? The first third a good time, the rest remembering about it. All generalizations are false, including this one. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. The trouble with the world is not that people know too little, it's that they know so many things that just aren't so. I am not one of those who in expressing opinions confine themselves to facts. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Classic, a book which people praise and don't read. The spread of civilization may be likened to a fire, first a feeble spark, next a flickering flame, then a mighty blaze, ever increasing in speed and power. The present moment is all that ever is, and in that is infinite majesty. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. Golf is a good walk spoiled. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. Soap and education are not as sudden as a massacre, but they are more deadly in the long run. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. I have never taken any exercise except sleeping and resting. The most interesting information comes from children, for they tell all they know and then stop. Of all the things I have lost, I miss my mind the most.